Right inside this building in Lagos, Southwest Nigeria, a story is being told. A tale that speaks on the many thought patterns we move around with. What captivates the beholder is the manner through which the artist narrates. These enthusiasts engage the artist to know how close they are to unraveling the mystery of his mind.
First time I'm seeing it, to be honest, it evoked some excitement because it evokes some reflection. It speaks to you basically. You see the piece and you cannot help it. Messages just come across from them rather plainly. It's not something you see easily. So for me, it speaks quite plainly of raw talent and someone who is probably putting in quite a bit more than just let's just put up a work of art, or put up something that's just purely decorative. But here I see something that's both decorative and expressive of a message.
The employment of surrealism and figurative symbolism as styles in this exhibition titled Morphogenesis is as complex a style as its subject matter, the mind. And for John Madu, it does not get more complicated than that. Drawing inspiration from the human psychic, the art is a form of research on how to analyze people on sight based on the untapped resources of the mind and digression of human relationships, commitments, fears, priorities, and whatever the mind thinks up.
My subject as a woman is we talk about women and the way they infuse themselves in society. And as you can see from her angle and the way she poses and everything, shows she's fashionable. And you see paparazzi taking pictures of her, but she has hollow eyes. It just shows how women are in society, how important they are in our everyday basic things we believe in. Then this is called Within Without. It shows an ambitious man, the way his ambitions affect his relationships with people, the way men, because we are chasing stuff, we're chasing things, chasing money, chasing dreams. Our relationships are usually affected by all these things we believe in. That's why I portrayed a female figure inside the figure as a whole, basically. Then that one is called The Gift of Hope, and it talks, the red flower is actually metaphorical for planting a new world and the way we have utopia in our minds, the way we want our world to be, the way we think our world should be. So it's metaphorical, and you see from the tree is symbolic for life and all that. So I put a touch of red to make it show life, because red is vibrant.
The works are a period of 2 years, and for John, every second was worth it.
I look at this painting and I see someone who sort of wishes that they had stopped at some point, and this has some spiritual sort of connotation to it. Yeah, so I don't know, it did caught my eye, and that's all. I'm probably rambling, but that's all that it's saying to me, just looking at it, basically. Yeah.
I've been drawing since I was a child, but I started painting professionally 7 years ago. And I didn't study art, I studied policy and strategic studies, but I've always been in the arts. I've always had influences from different artists. My friend's father owns a gallery and he spurred me into the arts. But my style basically is, I have different styles for different seasons, but my style right now is symbolic expressionism because I use iconographic materials to portray issues as metaphors, basically.
John Madu is a self-taught artist attempting to bridge art and emotions. How successfully he has achieved this depends on the feeling of the beholder, and it appears from how he touches on almost all subjects of the mind. It will be difficult not to be drawn in.
Born in April 1935 at Ilesha, Osun State, southwest Nigeria, Timothy Fasuyi comes from a family of famous craftsmen. He began his early education at Temidire Model School, Ilesha, where he excelled in handiwork and art-related activities as his talent began to show. In 1949, he was admitted into Ilesha Grammar School for his secondary education. Art became his favorite subject. He was the cartoonist and illustrator of the school magazine, whose editor was Lateef Jakande, a former Lagos State governor. He was later admitted into the Nigeria College of Arts and Science, Zaria, now Ahmadu Bello University, in 1954 to study art as a pioneer student. He held positions too numerous to mention in the education sector and pushed for attention to be given to arts and humanities. He played an indelible role in shaping the arts in the country and is still painting even in his 80s. He has time, now more than ever before, to be fully committed to his studio.
You can enjoy Art House on any of these platforms.
We got quite a handful of reactions from last week's edition. I really wasn't surprised considering what we talked about. An exhibition of the masters from Professor Yusuf Grillo to Timothy Fasuyi and Dr. Bruce Onogwapeya. Now let's take a few of them.
On Facebook, Kehinde writes, "Excellent, highly motivating." Then on Twitter, it just goes on, but I'll take just two. Atowui says it with a hashtag, "Think Big," and agrees with the fact that most of the masters are still painting. All of them are old, so what excuse are you giving? Then this one, I just had to take. Achifo Emiola shares some words of wisdom. Our individual attitudes are like our individual clothes, which cannot always be the same. God made perfect art out of mankind.
And for what to look forward to next week, let's take a look.
We'll be talking about museums from the unusual sort.
There are many things our children don't know, and we cannot let them forget. A nation that forgets our history is going to dry up.
To the ones who are turning old and hopefully not grey.
The principle behind the establishment of museums in the first place is to tell a story.
Get the details when you tune in next week.
And that's how we wrap up this week's edition of the show. Don't forget to keep those messages coming. We really appreciate them and we'll take them on the program. But till then, let the conversation continue online as always and keep adding color to the world.